seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. Medium left, please. Medium left, please. Medium right, to medium right. Now, this is medium right in. Now, to flat left. 50, easy right. To easy right. To easy right. 40, key left, plus. To key left, plus. 60, fast right, minus. To medium right, plus. Don't cut. To flat left. 60, flat left and left. Max 50, medium right, plus. Maintenance 30, medium left.
Bump 70. Fast right over crest into fast left 30. Bump. Medium right into medium left 30. Easy left long 150.
Hi all, I thought I'd do something a little bit different and do some videos of the cars that I've kind of come up close to, sat in, driven, so on and so forth. It might be interesting to some people to learn about some of these cars that you don't often see around and about. I've been quite lucky to visit various different places and chat to people that know about the cars, and it's it's a good few years worth of visiting collections, going to car meets and so on and so forth, and I'm hopefully going to show a few cars that are one-offs or one of a handful, special editions, or being raced by kind of famous people, taking part at Le Mans and so on and so forth. So hopefully you enjoy it. This one is Richard Burns's actual Subaru Impreza that was gifted to him by Prodrive when he won the championship in 2001. So as you could see, there's two types of people who know of Richard Burns. The first video kind of shows that most people probably know him as obviously a rally driver from back in the day, and a very good one at that. And the second video playing in is what many other people kind of know him from, and that's Richard Burns's rally game, which people still play now, even kind of after all this time. It's still kind of meant to be one of the best rallying games made, and I kind of concur with that, to be honest with you. It is very, very good and enjoyed playing it a lot. And this car we're showing is one that I have recently seen in a collection, and was very lucky to be able to sit in it and turn it on and so on and so forth. But the car that you're seeing, I'd say the eagle eye amongst you will notice this isn't the actual car that he won his championship with. It's actually an older car. So what we're actually looking at, it's a 1999 Subaru Impreza S5 built by Prodrive. It weighs 1,224 kilograms, and it has the EJ20 Boxer engine, or derivative of. The engine block and heads are milled from aluminium. Each cylinder has 4 valves, and the car is equipped with an IHI-RX turbocharger with 2 bar or 29.4 psi boost pressure, producing what nowadays doesn't seem like very much, but 300 brake horsepower at 5,500 RPM. But it has 480 pound-foot of torque at 4,000 RPM. But bearing in mind, to qualify for the all the FIA silliness, it had a 34mm restrictor fitted to the turbocharger's air intake. So obviously it could have produced a heck of a lot more power, but to stay within the rules, it had to be restricted. Drivetrain, similar to what you'd find on most rally cars today, is Prodrive 6-speed sequential gearbox with a computer-controlled hydraulic front and rear centre differentials. Prodrive XTC McPherson struts and shock absorbers. They're basically the best you could get at the time, really. They were the kind of creme de la creme. Very, very good. And I say nowadays, not as good as it could be, but we're talking about a kind of 25-year-old car nearly now. Prodrive didn't skimp on the braking system either, equipped with 4-pot AP racing calipers and vented rotors. This car never saw a rally stage, but it's an identical one to what Burns piloted in 1999 WRC. Prodrive engineered this Impreza from the ground up to be exactly the same as Burns' WRC 1999 World Rally car. Everything from the body and engine to the seats and dash are identical, right down to their original part number tags. So it's as good as. Unfortunately, Burns only had 2 years to enjoy the car before he passed away due to brain cancer. From there, the car became part of his estate, which then passed to the Richard Burns Foundation, which was set up by a group of Burns' closest friends and colleagues with the goal of helping people who are affected by serious illnesses and injuries. From there, Dirtfish owner and rally fan Steve Rimmer purchased a Subaru to add to his collection of Subarus. Essentially, he had quite a few. When Dirtfish owned the car, it was put to good use. It was used. It was shown off. When it wasn't, it was parked up in their lobby with a few other significant rally machines. During its lifetime, it's also been looked after by BGM Sport, which brings us up to date to when I saw the car. And I suppose I'll say getting to sit in it was something else. I got to flick all the switches on, like when he would have started the car up, and the little crazy screen in front of you that looked like something from kind of, I mean, well, it's a bit old school now, but you'll see in the photographs the actual screen behind the steering wheel with all the gubbins on. It was quite something. It's flicking through the screens, and all the fans automatically turn on. You can hear everything kind of pumping away, and so on and so forth. And then just the steering wheel, so basic, sitting there holding it, wedged into the tiny little bucket seat. Obviously, Richard was a little bit smaller than me. I'm 6'1" nearly, and I'm not overly chunky, but I was certainly squidged in there. I mean, the whole car on the inside felt super small, even claustrophobic, and everything was very rough around the edges. All carbon fibre, but it was all kind of very racy, shall we say. So getting in and out through the roll cage was a bit of a job in itself, but you can definitely tell kind of sitting in it, sitting where Richard Burns sat, pulling the extremely light handbrake like he did. I mean, the handbrake was, you moved it 0.5 centimetre and that was it, it kicked in. It was almost, well, it was like a button really. And then depressing the clutch as well to change gear with the sequential change. He still had a clutch. But I mean, Christ, God knows how he managed to do it for the amount of time that he did. I mean, I depressed the clutch a few times, and it was hard work. And I say that changing the kind of gear stick was, you could do it with one finger as well. It was all so light, also very very racy. It's quite a car, but yeah, not something I'll forget in a hurry. Alright guys, well hopefully next time I will be doing something